Hello there, my name's Carl Surgeon and I'm a chef from Surgeon's Deli in Swansea. And today we're going to be making a smoked chicken salad. Now you can download the recipe from the website, and the ingredients you'll need are which you'll need one smoked chicken breast, one red pepper, one red onion, the juice and zest of one lime, some nice salad leaves, 3 or 4 cherry tomatoes or one nice ripe plump tomato, some horseradish mustard, some walnut oil, some sherry vinegar and some salt and pepper for seasoning. Now prep time for this is around about 10 to 15 minutes, and the cook time we're going to warm the chicken breast up for about 2 or 3 minutes. So all in total we should have this all done in 15 to 20 minutes. Right, let's get cooking. Okay, well first we're going to prepare our pepper. Now the best way to prepare pepper is don't go around and cut this top off like that. Cut straight through the middle here. Okay, put that bit to one side, we don't need it at the moment, and just get hold of the seed and just pull it out. Pop it to one side, pull all your seeds out. Okay, and put the bowl and give it a little tap and you'll find they'll all fall out like that. Move them to one side. Cut your pepper in half again, and you will see in here you've got this horrible white stuff, which is the part of the core. Just go around with your knife and thinly remove that, because not only is it's unsightly, it's actually slightly bitter, so we don't really want that. Okay, that's one side. Do the same with this piece. Slide your knife along there, carefully do it, just remove that off there. Okay, and then get your pepper and very finely slice your pepper. As you can see, I'm doing it quite fast, but if you're not that confident, just take your time. But they do need to be nice and thin. Big, thick chunks of pepper are not brilliant. Again, it's quite a chunk in your mouth. Okay, so nice and thin. Okay, and if you've got all these sort of things in your garden, why not try and pick some stuff from your garden and make a nice salad? Hasn't got to be a red pepper, you could use a courgette or something, it doesn't matter. And also got some lovely leaves here. And what I reckon you should do is, if you grow your own lettuce, again, try and use your own lettuce from home. If not, there's some good products in the shops, so try and get those. Your lettuce leaves there, they're already washed. Add the pepper to that, there and there. We get our red onion, again, cut in half. Remove the core at an angle, just like so. So you've got like an angle like that. The reason we do that is if you chuck the core off like that, you've lost all that onion. We don't want to lose that. That one's there. Okay, and then again, cut it in half that way, and then hold it around there and thinly slice. Again, take your time, don't want to cut yourself. There's enough red stuff in the salad already. Okay. The reason I've cut it in half is so we get smaller pieces of onion. And do try and use a red onion, because if you use the white onion, sometimes it's going to be a bit harsh, quite hot. Okay, that's into there. Cherry tomatoes, if you're using cherry tomatoes, if they're really small and ripe, I'd leave them whole. But if they're a bit bigger like these, cut them in half. But don't cut them in half through the core. Cut them in half from the side. So if you look there, there's the core. We're going to go that side. I'm going to cut through there. You get a better appearance on your salad. You can see if I cut it in half like that, you can see it looks quite pretty like that. If I did it the other way through the core, it doesn't look quite as nice. So pop those into your salad bowl as well. Okay, now we've got our salad in the bowl, we've got our pepper, our tomato, our onion, our lettuce leaves. Now we're going to make our dressing. Now this is the important part, because the dressing is the bit that gives the whole flavour and the zing to the salad. Now what we do need is to get the lime. We want the juice from the lime, but we also want the zest. So we do, if you get the lime and you give it a good rub on the bowl, put some pressure behind it, you know. And the reason we do that is it starts to release all the juices inside your lime. So when we come to cut it open and squeeze the juice out, it releases the juice a lot easier. Alright, so if you've got a zester, brilliant, you can get the little zester and pull it round. But if you haven't, just get a peeler and gently peel the zest off your lime. Okay, just little bits of zest, like so. There we go. That's probably enough, what we need. Get your zest, lay it on the board, and get them in a little pile, say 3 at a time, and again, finely slice them. And these add a lovely zing to your salad as well. You get that lovely aroma of fresh citrus. It really is quite tasty. Throw that into your salad. Okay, we've got a couple of more bits here we're going to throw in. If you haven't got a lime, use a lemon. Same job. Put that into your salad as well. This really is a colourful, lovely, sort of light lunch to have in the garden. and, you know, quite pleasant. Get your lime, cut it in half, and just squeeze the juice from your lime into your bowl. The reason I'm holding it over my hand is if there are any seeds or pips in here, they'll land in my hand as opposed to in the bowl, and you haven't got to sit and pick them out. Give it a good squeeze, get all that juice out. Same with the second half. This adds a real great summery zing to your salad. Okay, that's your lime juice in there. Okay, next we're going to add to that a teaspoon of our horseradish mustard. Now horseradish mustard is quite powerful, so a teaspoon is all you need. Pop that in as well. A little bit of sherry vinegar. I mean, if you haven't got sherry vinegar, you could use balsamic vinegar, white wine vinegar. I wouldn't suggest malt vinegar, that's a bit too harsh. So again, about a tablespoon of that. Pop that in there. And then the walnut oil, again, is quite an expensive product. If you haven't got walnut oil, olive oil is lovely. Good Lincolnshire rapeseed oil is lovely as well. But this has got a real nice nutty twang and it goes wonderful with the smoked chicken. About 3 tablespoons of the oil. You've got a good eye, pour like I'm doing. But if you're not sure, use a tablespoon. excuse me. Okay, a good smattering of pepper. A little bit of salt, because the smoked chicken will be quite salty because the way they smoke them. Little whisk. We're going to whisk the dressing together. Literally just whisk away. As you can see, we've got a lovely, shiny, citrusy, sherry flavoured sauce, which we're going to dress on our salad in a few moments. Leave that to one side. Okay. Have a little taste just to make sure the seasoning's okay. That's lovely. We've got some nice flavour there. Get a little twang of the walnut. It's brilliant. Okay, now well, I've changed my bowl because I've got a cooked meat product. Now, in professional kitchens, we have a colour-coded system where we have certain balls for certain jobs. So I've changed mine. But if you've got an ordinary wooden bowl at home, then I suggest once you finish doing your salad and stuff, give it a little sanitise, a little clean, and work away. So what we're going to do is get our chicken breast now, and we're going to make some nice thin slices lengthways. You can see the breast. We're not cutting it that way. We're going to cut it that way. Okay? So, and we want them reasonably thin. I would say sort of that sort of thickness. You know, probably a quarter of an inch. Okay? Slice them away. And we want to make this a nice warm smoked chicken salad. So we've got those all sliced, and put them back on our plate. And we can now bring our salad back into action. Salad sitting there. Now we've got our dressing, which we made earlier, which we're going to give a little whisk just to make sure it's ready. Put it to one side again for a second. Balance it on there if we're lucky, yes. We've got a little frying pan here. We're going to warm the chicken up by putting it in a pan. If you've got a non-stick pan, that's brilliant. If you haven't, just a little coating of oil. Maybe get a kitchen cloth, kitchen towel, dip it in a bit of oil, and just put a thin smear to stop your chicken sticking. If you've got a non-stick pan, straight in the pan, no oil. And all we're going to do is warm it through. Okay, so we'll get some chicken breast. I'm just going to lay those in the pan whilst they warm. Now, today we're only making one plate. Obviously, if you were making more, then you could put more in your pan, have a bigger pan. Move the chicken out of the way. And we've got a nice, lovely white plate, which we're going to put here in front. Now, we've got our salad in the bowl, as I said before. I'm going to give it a little toss with our hands just to blend all the ingredients we made earlier, especially the onion. You want to distribute the onion around everywhere. Nothing worse than having the onion all sitting at the bottom or all sitting at the top, and you bite into a big chunk of onion. Not very pretty. So we give it a nice mix. We've now got our dressing. Give it another final whisk and just drizzle some over. Not too much. Any left, pop it in a little jar, put a lid on it, put it in the fridge, and it'll last for at least another week in the fridge. You can use it for other salads. So it's quite, universal dressing. Give it a good toss with your hands, and you'll see in 2 seconds, once I just clean my hands, that the salad leaves have now got a really lovely, glorious shine, and they look appealing and appetising. Now, the reason we don't have a dressing at the very last moment is that if you put a vinegary and acidy products onto lettuce leaves and things like that, they will wilt rather quickly, and you'll lose that crispiness. So you put it at the last moment onto your plate, add your lovely warm chicken, and serve to your guests. You've got a beautiful dish. This goes lovely with maybe a few croutons, perhaps a nice chunk of crusty bread, or just as it is. So we'll dress it on our plate now, bring that to our board, get our salad, give it another final turn, put that about there, there we go, pick up some of the leaves, put them gently on the plate, make sure the plate's nice and pretty, some of the bits on the bottom, sprinkle them on the top, and perhaps a few of the tomatoes you can sprinkle around the top so that people can see them that they're there. On the side. Not there. Right, now chicken's nicely warming now in the pan. We're just going to check it and turn it over just to make sure it's hot. As you see, when we warm the chicken up, the juices from the chicken start to come out. It enhances the flavour, and it just adds to the experience of the lovely salad we're going to have. So literally another minute or so, and we're ready to arrange our chicken on top, make it look pretty. Right, well I think we're there now, so let's get our chicken. Okay, out the pan there, put one piece there. And remember, if you do make this at home and you use the ingredients from your garden, think of the lovely feeling you're going to get that you've put all that hard work into this, you've watered it every day, you've fed it, you know, you've really put your heart into it, and now you get the fruits of your labour. There's a lovely smoked chicken salad, walnut dressing. So there you have a lovely smoked chicken salad, and for more recipes and ideas, go onto the website, you'll find lots more things on there. Happy cooking!